My name is Geoff Huston. I got involved in City of New York Parks and Recreation because I wanted to find something to give back, to my community, to the city that gave me everything that it could possibly give me. My job entails a lot of different areas. As Center Director, we're not only in charge of the staff and programming, one of our most important jobs is safety. So I do 3 checks a day, first thing in the morning, midday, and right before I leave. When I started playing basketball, organized basketball at 9, I played junior high school, high school. My junior year, my career really skyrocketed. By my senior year, I was one of the top scorers in the city. I was offered scholarships to basically any school in the country. I went on official visits to schools like Michigan State, went to Fairfield. I wanted to go to Hawaii, but my mom wouldn't let me because at that time they was telling me I was going on too many trips. So I basically had to make a decision on where I wanted to go to school, and I chose Texas Tech University, which was in Lubbock, Texas. So you can imagine everybody's response in Brownsville, because I grew up in Brownsville, Brooklyn. When I came home and told people I was going to Texas Tech, they thought I was going crazy. Well, I basically ended up choosing Texas Tech because of their business program. My parents always instilled in my whole family that education is the key that opens all doors. And I try to follow in my older brother's footsteps. And I always enjoyed just business, administration part of things. And I was a pretty good student. So when I went there, they had a school of business that was separate from the sports program. And I didn't want to be just the ordinary phys ed type of basketball player, so I stuck to my major. Basketball was my first love. Nothing but basketball. I like girls, but I love basketball. I was drafted from Texas Tech University by the New York Knicks. It was the ultimate dream for me. I was so excited and honored, really. First of all, just to be selected to play in the NBA, because that's a childhood dream to now it's within my grasp. And to get drafted by my hometown team, that was the icing on the cake. I played with New York Knicks, Dallas Mavericks. It took me an expansion draft. I played in Cleveland for 5 years, where I started. I played with the Clippers and Golden State Warriors. You could imagine, just think of anything that you dreamt up as a child, because everything starts out as a dream. It's like way off in the distance. And as you get closer to it, you hope, you pray, but you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. So what I did was I tried to concentrate on school, because I was always taught that I can get hurt. They can take everything away from me, but one thing they can never take away from me is the things I learned on my mind.
I think working with a man like Geoff helps to legitimize a center like Al Smith. I mean, he can definitely, coming from Brownsville, which is, from what I understand, talking to him was a hard place to grow up in, and how through perseverance and a good family support system, all of his family have graduate degrees, and they've gone on to college and got out of Brownsville, and they're doing something with their lives. And Geoff is definitely an epitome of when you stick to something and follow a dream, you can make it. And I think that's what it gives back to the kids.
New York City is a basketball community, city itself, but Brownsville is a basketball hotbed. Some places have football fields, we have basketball courts. I never consider myself, to this day, I never consider myself special. I consider myself personally lucky. I love the game. I enjoy playing it, and I put my all into it. And I'm a firm believer that you put your all into something, good things are going to happen. My favorite, wow, I would have to start with Earl Monroe. Earl was he was on my first team with the Knicks, and he kind of mentored me into the league. And Dr. J has always been a friend from the first day that I shook his hand till today. So they're always going to be my favorite players. I think back when I played, the difference basically is we thought about the game. We really, like in my era, or for me personally, I knew all the ins and outs of the game. When I say ins and outs, I knew all your stats. I knew who I was playing. I knew your history when you was in high school, what you did in college. I knew the past players, the players present, who was coming in, because that was just the way I followed. I've coached kids from ages 6 all the way through college. I think that was my initial foot into Parks. I did that for like 8 years, and I'm proud to say that I had a couple of students go on to college, and that's my most important thing, to make sure that they get as much education as possible. Besides that, I do clinics, not only for my centers, but I extend myself to other boroughs, and most importantly, the borough that I'm working in. Here in Manhattan, since I've come to Al Smith Recreation Center, I started what I call Circle of Friends, where I invite some of my former teammates, like Earl Monroe, John Starks, Hollis Copeland, Dean Miminger, and a host of others, to come to the center to share not only their basketball experience, but really to let the kids know that there's other avenues that you can go into after basketball. It's an honor for me to do this for Al Smith and the Smith Production Program. I think you guys do a great job. I'm grateful that you're here in our center. It opens up some opportunities for the teens in this area as well as around the city. I've seen you work daily and in the productions that you do, and I just wanted to thank you guys for making me a part of it. All right?